Hello everyone, this is day 2 of your daily recap on the website, on the Year 6 Oak National Academy website. Today is the 28th of April and I will be showing you what I've learned today, what is on the Oak National Academy website today. So first, it's optional. However, you've got your PE with Joe here. You can do that, or you don't have to if you don't want to. Then, let's just jump right into this. Lesson 1, you've got English here. If you start lesson, you've got your introductory quiz here. Here are some of the questions you've got here. There. Now that you've looked at the questions here, after that, you've got your video with Mrs. Fozzard here. She will ask you to pause the video to do some activities, but they are quite short. So then after you've done that, you need to do your independent task here. So then here, what you do here is first you need to read the questions here, read the text, and then you've got to answer these questions here. So number 1, it boasts an astonishing diversity of landscapes. So which of the following could not replace diversity in the sentence? The answer here would be similar. In the section titled Urban Adventures and the Great Cities and Towns, which word in the text means something very old or something that has started a long time ago? The answer here would be immemorial. Number 3. In the paragraph beginning, if you were travelling, find 2 words in the text that are synonyms of each other that mean strange or uncommon. The answer here, it would be unconventional actually, and unusual. Edinburgh Castle looks down on the vibrant capital of Scotland. Which of the following words is an antonym of vibrant? An antonym, that would be dull here. Number 5. Read the section Reviews of Great Britain. Find and copy a word which means the same as extremely beautiful. Here the answer would be exquisite. One did visit the fine country of Great Britain. Which of the following would be the best word to replace the word fine in this sentence? The answer here would be excellent. Here. There. After you've completed these 6 questions, you would mark it. After you've marked it, well done. Hopefully you got them right. And then you've got your quiz here. And then here are some of the questions. There. Now that I hope you got that. Well done. You've done your English. And then lesson 2 would be your foundation, your Spanish. Here. You're gonna recap your alphabet and numbers from last week in this lesson. Then you're gonna learn how to greet people and introduce yourselves in Spanish. You're gonna learn how to say your name and age in Spanish. So number 1, you've got your introductory quiz. This is quite simple, as it's only numbers, which I hope you remember here. Now that you've got that, after you've done that, you go to your lesson here. You don't have to pause it, but if you want to pause it to repeat some of the words, you can later. After you finish the video, go onto your quiz here. It's gonna quiz you on what you learnt in the lesson. Here are some of the questions. here. Now that you've looked at those, now after you've done the quiz, well done, you did your Spanish. And then you've got your final lesson, lesson 3 here, decimal equivalent of fractions. In the lesson, you're going to learn how to convert a fraction into a decimal using 2 different strategies. So first, you're going to do your introductory quiz. Here are some of the questions here. There, now that you've seen that, after you've done that, you go to your video with Miss Parsons, and then she will ask you to pause the video a few times to do some activities, but they're not that long. So after you've done, so there's 2 strategies that you're going to learn. Is the first one, if your denominator is a factor of 10 or 100, then times the denominator by whatever number to get to 10 or 100, and then times the numerator by the same number, and then convert it into a decimal. And the second strategy is, if you've got a number like 3/8, and it's not a factor of 10 or 100, then the second strategy is, what you do is you divide the numerator by the denominator, which would be 3 divided by 8. So what you would do is, for example, in the bus stop method, you would put the 3 in the bus stop, 8 outside. How many times does 8 go into 3? 0. So put the 0 there, put your decimal place, then put your placeholder down. And then carry your 3, so there's 30. How many times does 8 go into 30? That would be 3 with 6 left over. So you write 3 and another placeholder, add whatever remains, which is 6. How many times does 8 go into 60? That would be 7. So you write 7 with the remainder of 4. So you add another placeholder, put the 4 there. And then how many times does 8 go into 40? 5. So then here you've done that. So the answer would be 0.375 for that. The answer to 3/8 is 0.375. So now after you've done your lesson, do your independent task here. So then question 1, convert the following fractions to decimals. Here, this one, 3/8 we just did, is 0.375 here. 3/4 would be 0.75. 2/5 would be 0.4. And let me just see this one, 5/6 would be... So for this one, it would be 0.833 recurring. So 0.833 recurring. Then question 2, convert the following mixed numbers to decimals. So this would be 3.25. This one would be 4.8. This one would be 39.2. And this one would be 7.5. And then question 3, the last question, what you would do here is convert this one, and this one into decimals like this, and then add them together, and then you have your answer. After you've done that, you go mark it, and after you've marked it and done that, do your activity, do your quiz here. Here are the questions. There, now that you've seen the quiz, well done. You've done your maths, and you've done today. There. So you've done your 28th of April, and tomorrow we'll be doing the 29th of April. Hope you enjoyed yourselves today. See you tomorrow, everyone. Goodbye and stay safe.